What's up, folks? Man Amazing here, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to work on weapon switching to allow us to add more weapons and switch between them. Today we're going to do it with 2, and then you can take this tutorial and expand upon it, making it 3, 4, 5, whatever the case. This logic can also be applied to things like spells and abilities that you give your player or characters in general, because it's based off states, and then we added a little dash of tag checking as well. So if we go back and open up our weapon script that we edited in the last video, which is going to be on your weapons now, down here. So we're just adding one piece of code to our onPressed event, and that's going to be this here. So we're going to add the simple state component to our player after this, but I just want you guys to add this line. So it's if statement. So it's if simple state component request bus dot event dot get current state, and we're going to get the current state of the FP controller, which is our parent entity, because that is what holds the simple state component. All right, we want to get that current state, and if that current state is equal to the string value of states to check, which is our new variable here that you need to add. Sorry, should have said that. So add that now. It's just a new section, states equal your brackets, and then we want to give a variable states to check, which is a string. Once you add that, we want to check against that with the current state of the player. And if it is the same, we want to set can shoot to true. Basically, the state is basically saying we have something equipped, and if it's that state, then we can shoot while we're in that state. All right. Let's minimize that. Let's go over to our first person controller. We want to add component called simple state. So that's going to be simple state. That's going to be under gameplay. You'll see it here, simple state. Add that, and we're going to add 2 states, which is the button here, and one called equip rifle, and the other is called equip secondary. Okay, and once you have those 2, what we're going to do is add 2 script canvases. One is going to be called weapon switch primary, and the other is going to be called weapon switch, which we're going to open right now. So it's very simple, and actually the weapon switch secondary is just a copy, a duplicate of this. So the easy way to do it is, once you guys copy this from the tutorial, go to File, Save As, and save it as the secondary. All right, so right off the bat, we have 3 variables, 2 strings, and an entity ID. So one is called tag to check. The entity ID is for weapon, and the other string is called weapon state. So first thing we want to do is get an input handler, and we want to call it weapon 1, which this is tied to the 1 key, the number 1 on the keyboard that we set up in the input binding. If you're using my input binding from the toolbox, then you're already set. Just name it weapon 1. All right, then we want to get the tag to check. We want to see if the FP controller, which has the state and also all the tags, has a tag of, well, tag to check, which is going to say it has rifle, which is the tag we added when we rolled over the pickup. Got it? So whatever tag that you set up on the pickup that you add to the player once it collides is the tag you want to check against inside of your weapon switch primary, and your secondary for that matter. So we want to see if the player has this tag. If it does, if it's true, we want to get the weapon state that we're going to set it to, and we want to set it to that state. All right. So we're getting to see if he has a tag. If that's true, we're setting the state to the weapon state. And then we want to listen out for that state change. So we're going to use the node on state change, and we want to get the weapon state. And we want to check against that to see if the new state is equal to the weapon state that we just changed to. If it is, we want to get the weapon that we plug into here, which is our first weapon, and we want to set it to be visible. Okay, and now that we set it to be visible, and now that we also set the weapon state, if you remember the piece of code that we added at the beginning of our weapon manager, which is here, now that we change the state, we want to see if the current state is equal to that state that we changed it to. And if it is, it's going to set our weapon to be able to shoot. And once we hit the shoot button, it's going to shoot. So it all ties in together with very simple, this is only roughly, I would say without the white spaces, maybe 37 lines of code, something like that. So pretty cool. All right, so make sure you have that. Make sure you have that copied. All right, let's close that. And like I said, you're gonna do the same thing for the secondary. So if we put on our variables, our tag to check is hash rifle, because that's the tag that we added from the pickup. And the weapon state is going to be equipped rifle, which you can see here is the name of my state up here. And of course, the weapon that we want to activate is a sniper rifle. All right. So if I hit play and I pick up the weapon, you see that I picked it up. That is my secondary. If I hit the number key 1, we now have a weapon and I can shoot. All right, and as far as other weapons go, you just follow that same structure with setting the tag to the pickup. All right, and you'll just want to follow that same structure when adding more weapons. So for our secondary, that's going to be the same structure, checking against the player. If it's the player adding, the player has the secondary weapon. So when we hit number 2, we'll change the state to has secondary, and thus enabling the secondary weapon to shoot. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, let me know below. If you are continually liking this style of format, let me know. There's still a few things I want to tweak that'll make it a little bit more seamless and better. But I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. If you are, give me a thumbs up on the video. Do not forget to join our Discord. We're slowly growing, and I would like all of you guys to come join me. If you have any questions or want to reach me directly that outside of YouTube, you can do so there. The link is in the description below. Don't forget to check my GUMROAD for free and paid assets that will help you guys' development a lot faster. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a very dope day. Hope you guys are prospering in your projects. And until next time, keep developing.